Okay, so day 4. Today we're going to talk about spheres, so basketballs, golf balls, soccer balls. The earth is a sphere. Your scoop of ice cream on top of your ice cream cone is a sphere. So it's a 3-dimensional circle. The surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared. That's it. R is the radius, but that's the only dimension. So if you're given the diameter, divide by 2 for the radius. So planet Earth has a diameter of 7,917.5 miles. What is the surface area of the southern hemisphere? Hemisphere is another word that we need to know. Hemisphere is going to be half the sphere. So on the Earth, it's from the equator down. So whatever we get, we got to divide by 2 at the end. So surface area is equal to 4 pi r squared. R is going to be 7,917.5 over 2. So let's go ahead and do that. 7,917.5. We get 3,958.75. So I'm going to plug that in for R, and then just put it in my calculator. So I'm taking that number, I'm going to square it, and multiply by 4. And I get the surface area for the whole Earth is 1567170.56. So that's 15,671,705 and 56 hundredths. That is for the whole Earth. For just the half of it, we just need to divide it by 2. And we get 7,835,852.8 square miles for the surface of the Earth. That is all the land, all the water, the surface of the Earth. And that is all there is to surface area. So example number 2. You buy a basketball at the store packed perfectly into cylindrical packaging. The radius of the basketball is 9.51 inches. So I'm going to jot that down. R equals 9.51. What is the surface area of the basketball? So, surface area, 4 pi. Oh gosh, in my last example, I forgot the pi. So, it's 7,835,852.8 pi miles. And if I want to change that to not have the pi, to just be a number that we can comprehend on our own, I'm just going to multiply times 3.14 or use my pi button on the calculator, and I get 246,170,57.6. So that's 24,617,057.6 miles. Okay, so back to my basketball. 4 pi, surface area is 4 times pi times r squared. So first thing I'm going to do is square 9.51, multiply it by 4, and I get 361.76 pi. That's that's the surface area. That's it for that first part. Now it asks what's the area of the cylindrical packaging. This is where it gets a little bit more intricate, because now we're talking about the surface area of a cylinder, which, as you can remember from a few days ago, the surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. R is given to us, it's 9.51. What we need to figure out is what h is. We can do that by thinking about this basketball fitting snugly in the container. If from the center to the bottom is 9.51, then from the top to the bottom is twice that. So h is equal to 2 of the radii. So that's 19.02. Here it's just plugging it in. 2 times pi times 9.51 squared plus 2 times pi is 9.51 times 19.02. I'm going to pause this, let you punch that into the calculator, and I'll be back with an answer.
Attention students.
Okay, so here's my work. I squared 9.51, multiplied by 2 to get that, and then multiplied to get that, added the two together. You end up with 542.64 pi for your surface area of the cylinder. Last thing we have to talk about is volume of a sphere. The formula is very simple. For our surface area, it was 4 pi r squared. For the volume, it is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So, the only unit we need, once again, is the radius. Here, the radius is equal to 5. So I'm going to say 4 over 3 pi, 5 to the third power. 5 to the third is just 5 times 5 times 5, which is 125. And then I'm going to multiply it by 4, divide by 3. And 6.67 pi, or 523.6. Same exact thing here, except 12 is your radius. I'm going to pause this, you work on it, find the volume, and I'll put the answer there in a moment. There's the answer for example 2. I think that is it for this day.